My favourite characters in Doctor Who, apart from the Sixth Doctor and Peri. Ooh! Have you got one to mind? Is it?
You're stumped now.
30 years of programming to flick through now. Who would be? I like the adipose. I think they're kind of cute. I want an adipose. Well, I got an adipose of my own. But right.
I particularly enjoyed not just working with Jacqueline Pearce, but I loved her character, Jacini. I thought she was, the character itself was a wonderful amalgamation of the Andergon, the human, and that sort of Frankenstein monster, the desire for the monster to evolve and be better, but ultimately underneath still had those animal monster instincts. So I loved that for all of its sort of fairy tale basis. And I suppose the same is true for Sharaz Jek, who I found a particularly tragic character as well. So those are probably two of my favourites.
Dobby. I know he was in Harry Potter, but Dobby's my favourite character.
Questions?
Not Gollum, Dobby.
What was it like working on the 5-ish Doctors reboot?
What was it like doing it?
Yeah.
Oh, it was fantastic, because Peter and Sylvester and Paul and I see each other at these events, but we haven't ever worked together. And Peter had this great idea for a script, and we had such a good time down in Cardiff filming it and in London, and the stuff we did with John Barrowman as well. I mean, everyone was so up for it and so willing. And at the end of it, Peter and Sylvester and I were saying to each other, should we do another one? And Peter seriously said, if he can come up with an idea for a story, it would probably work, but it would have to be a good story, because you can't just do more of the same. And it's better to do one good thing than 1.5 good things. But I think if an idea came, we'd all be ready to do it. Because the three of us look so absurd together. There's little tiny Sylvester, there's normal sized Peter, and this great big me, going around together like naughty schoolboys. It was just wonderful. And the end result is fantastic, I think. So it would be nice to do some more, yeah.
I think you should pitch the idea that you did it. You talked about the previous event, the Eternal Doctor, the Doctor who never stopped being the Doctor. That would be the plot. So Sylvester never gets to be the Doctor. Peter was, but you still are.
We could do a story looking for Tom.
I've noticed that Peter Davison has found his way into Miranda. Is there any television programs or movies or whatever outside of Doctor Who that you would like to have a part in, that you follow, enjoy, whatever?
Oh, lots. I'd love to be in Dexter. Possibly not as a victim. I don't think I'd look good covered in cellophane. But there's so many excellent programs. I have to say, there's so many good programs currently being made in America. There was a time when British television was really ruling the roost, but now American television is doing Breaking Bad, things like that, doing some really fantastic stuff. But what would I like to be in? I'd love to have been in The Hobbit. Or even the Harry Potter films, all those kind of things would have been nice, but alas, it wasn't to be. But I'm trying to think of something that's really ongoing. I'd love to be in Coronation Street. It's a programme I remember from my childhood, it's still going. I've watched every episode for the last 10 or 20 years probably. I've got a lot of recording to watch when I get back, and to be in that at my time of life would be fantastic.
Actually, I agree with Colin that American drama television drama has really now leaps and bounds ahead of British drama, mostly because you have absolute respect for the writer. As a country, you understand that without the writing, without the story, what have you got? So a lot of your writers are now all allowed to be the executive producers of their own shows. So they have the power to take the story where they want to. So yes, I would love to have been in Dexter, and for very perverse reasons, I would love to have been his victim. And Breaking Bad, what an amazing story that's been. What a journey, utter addiction itself. So really, there isn't one thing. I just like to be a part of anything that is exciting and groundbreaking and dramatic and interesting. And the number of pieces that are like that are a huge number at the moment, but predominantly in America, I think.